ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು? ಟೂ ಮೆನಿ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಡು. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಮೂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಸೊ in Hindi, this fa is pronounced as fa, f, English f. So that Hindi people, because of Urdu influence, they pronounce Sita. Phalam they don't say, phal they say. Phal means f, phal. But in Sanskrit there is no fa. There is only pa and pa. P, ph. Pa and phea. Pha, that's all. So that is pa, not fa, not f. So that those who are familiar with Hindi, they start using refa. Refa, we should not pronounce it because fa is only that Persian or Arabic, that is somewhere. So it is a refa. So adarinda everything is kakara, chakara, tatakara, but this is refa, refa. Adarinda here you see visarga changes to refa. Okay. Next.
Varini shushyanti. The waters dry up.
Correct. So Varini, what form is it? Vachana.
Swamiji, Bahuvachana.
Bahuvachana, yeah. Varini. Correct. Shushyanti also Bahuvachana. Okay.
Agnir dahati. Agnihi dahati.
Fire burns. Agnir dahati. See here, Agnihi Visarga should have been there. Visarga changes to Repa. Because the rule is before Visarga. Visarga preceded by E. E is a vowel other than which means any vowel other than A. And followed by soft consonant. Agnir dahati. Okay.
Kavayaha shamsanti. The poets praise.
Correct. So poets praise. So poets is Bahuvachana. So poets praise. But that both are Bahuvachana. Okay.
Vari nasti.
Nasti here you have to split sandhi. Vari we learnt. Vari is Prathama Ekavachana. Nasti is if two words. Na plus asti. Sandhi Savarna Dirgha. Dirgha is nasti. Na plus asti nasti. So you split them. Vari na asti. Translate.
There is no water.
Correct. Next.
Giri vahati.
Giri vahati. Two giri. Dvivachana idea.
Girir vahati.
Okay.
Girir vahati. Girihi vahati.
Correct.
The mountain bears.
A mountain.
A mountain.
A mountain bears means a mountain bears some weight put on it, or people climbing, or trees, or anything put on it. It means it puts up with the weight. Mountain meaning one shouldn't go by it, because here he has given a limited words. Within the word he has to reach the grammar rules of sandhi, va, cha, ta, all those things. Soft consonant, hard consonant. For sake of that he has given some vocabulary. He searched for long, because the verbs in the beginning we learnt only two words, one noun, a few verbs. So within the verbs he has to select those verbs which begin with vowels and consonants. He struggled hard to do that. In the beginning he has to teach it. After you pick up the language you will get plenty of vocabulary, then any sandhi anywhere. In the beginning how to cover, that is a difficulty. But he succeeded. Girir vahati. Okay.
Vyadhayo nashyanti.
Oh, yeah.
Vyadhayaha nashyanti.
So vyadhayo is a change according to sandhi. So if you change back its original form, bring back the original form, it is vyadhayaha. So vyadhayaha is a plural form of vyadhi. Vyadhi's plural form is vyadhayaha. Like kavihi kavi kavayaha, vyadhihi vyadhi vyadhayaha. So okay. Vyadhayaha nashyanti.
The diseases perish.
Ashte. Diseases perish. Meaning is not very wrong, but it's okay, because language here. Okay. Pavihi
patati. The thunderbolt falls.
ಫಾಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಎ ಥಂಡರ್ಬೋಲ್ಟ್
Thunderbolt.
ಫಾಲ್ಸ್. ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಪತತಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಂದ್ರ ಥ್ರೋಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಎನಿಮಿ ಇನ್ ದ ವಾರ್. ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ವಾರ್ ಇಂದ್ರ ಥ್ರೋಸ್ ದ ಥಂಡರ್ಬೋಲ್ಟ್ అంటే పవిం క్షిపతి
Kshipati.
తదాగత్య పతతి. అరి ఆన్ అరి అది యూ హ్యావ్ నాట్ లెర్న్డ్ ద సప్తమి విభక్తి. అరౌ పతతి వి హ్యావ్ టు సే. సప్తమి విభక్తి ఆన్ అరి ఇట్ ఫాల్స్ అపాన్ అరి
On enemy.
ಆನ್ ಎನಿಮಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಅಸಹ್ಯ
Asayah patati. Swords.
ಸರಿಯಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ.
Asayah patati. Asayah patanti.
ಅಸಹ್ಯ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್, ಪತಂತಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬುಕ್. ಯು ರೋಟ್ ರಾಂಗ್ಲಿ.
Asayah patanti. Swords fall.
ಅಸಹ್ಯ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್? ಬಹುವಚನ.
Asayah bahuvachana.
ಬಹುವಚನ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಸಿ. 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 ಅಸಹ್ಯ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ. People think that asaya is a separate word, asi is another word. It is a plural form of the original substantive asi. The word asi becomes plural, in plural takes asayaha form. Okay. The words fall. Okay.
Yati chintayataha.
Correct.
Two ascetics contemplate.
Two ascetics. Yati is a dvivachana.
Dvivachana.
What is the moola form?
Yati.
Yati. Yatihi. Yati yatayah.
Yatayah.
So yati is a single yati. Yati two yatis. Yatayaha many things. Many yatis. Chintayataha. They contemplate. Okay.
English to Sanskrit.
Okay.
Shiva protects. Dhurjatihi rakshati.
Correct. But here there is one.
Dhurjatir rakshati.
Durjatir rakshati iralla. That's what I'm telling. One more sandhi rule is there.
Okay.
Durjatir rakshati agalla. Dhurjatihi rakshati. See, within these few words, very few words he taught. Within this, he wants to teach all sandhi rules. But Bhandarkar tried and became successful. Now, here, Visarga, previous is E. Later is soft consonant. So, this is the context for third rule of Visarga. First is Visarga Sandhi. First is changing to U and becomes O. Second is dropping. Third is all other nouns. Visarga preceded by all other vowels, all other ach, all other than a. So in that case, dhurjatihi, ra is a soft consonant. Therefore, dhurjatir, this visarga changes to dhurjatir rakshati. This is the first step. But here there is a chance for another sandhi rule. What is the rule? Ra followed by ra. There is no double ra in Sanskrit, entire Sanskrit language.
Okay.
See, ra sanyukta akshara will never come. Does it come in Kannada? Do two ras? Ra. See, conjunct consonant sanyukta akshara. Do you make double ra?
Illa.
I think you have not studied Kannada. You have not studied much Kannada, so therefore you may not know. But Telugu we have. So we have. But we have two ras. One is this ra, normal ra, which is used for Sanskrit words. But for Acha Telugu padas, we use the another ra. Another ra is written similar to a. So that is pronounced, that we call it as a Shakata Repa. Shakata Repa means bandira, a bigger ra we call it. So this is a. So it is similar to a, we write it. Similar to a. Or I think the same thing, similar to ra. So this ra can become double. This ra can become double in Telugu, but this ra is a Sanskrit ra. It won't become double. It can never become double because Sanskrit ra follows the Sanskrit rules. Therefore, in Telugu learning, we learn two languages side by side mixed. These words come from Sanskrit, these words come from Acha Telugu. So, the pure Telugu. So, Then the Acha Telugu words follow the Acha Telugu rules, and then Sanskrit words follow the Sanskrit rules. Yet we combine them into a language and use it. In all poetics, writings, everywhere they use them. So, Ra, in Sanskrit, Ra followed by Ra, what happens? This Ra will be dropped. The rule is the Ra followed by another Ra. Until when it is followed by another Ra, the previous Ra gets dropped. Okay, first step. Then part of the same rule, the previous vowel, if it is short, becomes long.
Okay.
So see, Dhurjati,
Dhurjati,
Dirgha becomes Rakshati. So when you see Dhurjati, Rakshati, but Dhurjati, Dhurjati, Dhurjatayaha, Dvivachana is also there. How do you know whether it is a Dvivachana or Ekavachana? So, Dhurjati, Rakshati, when you say, Dhurjati could be Dvivachana, or this change also according to. But here, we have to guess that it is a singular alone, Ekavachana, because verb is a singular. Verb being singular, this also remains a singular, but according to Sandhi, because Dhurjatihi Visarga changes to Repa, and since there is another Ra is following, therefore the previous Sa gets dropped and the previous vowel to it gets lengthened. Previous vowel, either Purva Repa, Purva Achu Dirgho Bhavati. Purva Ach Tataha. ವಿಸರ್ಗಾತ್ ಪೂರ್ವ ಅಚ್ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲವಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಬಂದಾಗ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥವಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಇದು ವಿಸರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ಪೂರ್ವದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವವಲ್ ಟು ದ ರಾ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್, ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಲಾಂಗ್, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ವಿ ಲೀವ್ ಇಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಟು ಲಾಂಗ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಧುರ್ಜಟಿ ರಕ್ಷತಿ. Dhurjati Rakshati. From this we understand, Dhurjati should have been actually Ra, should have been Visarga. Now when you split the Sandhi, Dhurjati Rakshati, and translate. Understand. Translate means understand the meaning. So Shiva protects. Dhurjati Rakshati. Dhurjati Rakshati or Dhurjati Rakshati. You can write like this. Dhurjati Rakshati. That's why even in this translation practice also, wherever necessary, we have to explain certain things. When they make mistakes, how to apply the rules which we have learned. Have they properly applied or wrongly applied? I have to explain that. So this is what I told. For self-study, there is a teacher you require to explain everything. Therefore, for my these things, all these places I have to write. I have to make notes. Everywhere keep writing notes. I am not regularly writing. I think time is passing. I don't know when will I write. The same day if I write, it would have remained it. But anyway, it is recorded here. So if write the same place, then it will remain in the book. Those who want to do study, all these things are explained there. Okay.
Sages are tranquil. Rishayaha shamyanti.
Here, to begin with, Rishi, he translates Rishi as a sage. Because English we don't know, whatever he says we have to learn. So he translates Rishi as a sage, but Yati as an ascetic. Yati andre sannyasi. Yati means a sannyasi. So he translates Yatihi as an ascetic and Rishi as a sage. So when he calls a sage, you translate it as a Rishi in English. So Rishayaha, sages are tranquil. So Rishayaha Shamyanti, correct. Here there is a chance for another Sandhi. Rishayaha Shamyanti. Now, we have learnt so far Visarga Sandhi. Regarding Visarga Sandhi in combination with vowels and soft consonants. vowels and soft preceded by visarga preceded by vowel. In vowel, first rule is a, second rule is a. In second there are two, A and B. The B is more complicated. I'm waiting when an occasion comes, when he uses I'll explain. Now I leave it. In this dropping, one is visarga changes to O, second is dropping. In dropping there are two contexts. One context we know already, it is easy. Visarga preceded by A followed by achar soft consonant. Okay, so here visarga preceded by A followed by A or soft consonant. Visarga preceded by A or followed by achar soft consonant, vowel or soft consonant. Okay, that means now again visarga preceded by E and other vowels, ich, Panini way, or normal way we have to say E to O, E to OW. We have to write like this. But ich is a shortcut. Ich means all other vowels. Okay, followed by vowel and soft consonant. That means preceding is vowel, because visarga has to preceding should be vowel alone. Visarga can come only after vowel. It can't come directly after consonant. It can't come. Therefore, preceding letter must be vowel. Vowels we have exhausted. A and ich, all vowels we have exhausted. Ika following. In following, first for that a single A, and then for this context all other vowels and soft consonant. Here A and soft consonant, all other vowels and soft consonant, vowels and soft consonant. That means vowels and soft consonants both are exhausted. Only hard consonants remain now. Now for this, for vowels and soft consonant, visarga sandhis are three. One is U changing to U, another is dropping, another is changing to Ra. There are three visarga sandhi rules pertaining to vowel and soft consonant. Now another three rules regarding hard consonants. Now we learn the one rule. Now look at it. If visarga followed by hard consonant, once it is followed by hard consonant, now you don't have to look at what precedes.
Okay.
If it is followed by vowel or a soft consonant, you have to look for previous also, because there are three options: a and ich, remaining vowels. So if it were followed by a vowel or a soft consonant, you have to look at the previous also. But here if it is followed by hard consonant sha, you don't have to look for the previous one, only the hard alone. Now sha is hard. How do you know? Kar. Kar means kakha, cha cha ta 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 tha pa pa. So first two letters of each varga and sha sha sa. Just to remind you, for the newcomers, those who do not know, just to remind them. So afterwards I won't remind. After a few classes all these things will become familiar. We will go still advanced stage and all these things we leave them. So since we are in the beginning, it's better to remember. So sha is a hard consonant because sha sha sa, they are hard. Now once there is a hard consonant, hard consonants, one is sha, another is sha. Vaisha you can put to visarga, akara, ikara, it could be anything. Okay, and sa. What does this say? Tranquil.
Caesars are tranquil. Visarga followed by sha.
Correct. So so in these things, visarga followed by sha sha sa, what happens? These are three hard consonants. Three hard consonants. No, in these three letters, this visarga changes to another sha, or this changes to another sha. That means whatever the following thing, it changes to that.
Okay.
That too optionally. Optionally means may change, may not change. Two options you have.
Okay.
So, Rushayaha, you can retain the Visarga as it is. You can read it as Rushayaha Shamyanti, or the Visarga can be changed to Sha. Then Sha, double Sha. One Sha is already there. Another Sha comes in place of Visarga. Then it becomes a double. How do you pronounce? Rushayash Shamyanti. Either Rushayaha Shamyanti or Rushayash Shamyanti. Okay. Now, when you say Namaha Shivaya, how do you pronounce?
Namah Shivaya.
It is a Veda mantra. Therefore, Sandhi is necessary. In Veda mantra, Sandhis must be done. So here, Namaha Shivaya, normally you can say, but in a shloka form, in a mantra form, when we are telling, you see how your tongue automatically goes. If you pronounce the Visarga, you feel extra strain. You try.
Namah Shivaya.
Visarga you pronounce?
Namaha. Aha.
You pronounce Appa. Why do you stop there? Namaha.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
You are, when you say Namah Shivaya, you are changing Visarga to Sha. Allava? You have already changed. I am telling, without changing, you try to pronounce once.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
See, Namaha, a jerk ansuttade. My tongue feels little strain. Therefore, according to rule, there is an option. You may retain Visarga or you may change it to Sha. Two options are there. But changing to Sha is easy because the pronunciation becomes easy. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. So, modern fellows, neither they learn Sanskrit nor they want to consult learned people. They read the book and they start all those things. You see that, you see that you want to YouTube, you check. Or some of the, what you call, calling bells and etc. are coming. And YouTube and audios etc. you see them. How they try to use their all English medium EDSE, our people, our own Hindus alone. They say, Om Namaha Shivaya, Om Namaha Shivaya. These things they chant and record and sell it. You see them in the temples also. Somebody plays Namaha. He is struggling hard to pronounce because Visarga we should pronounce Namaha Shivaya. Why don't you learn idiot first? Go to Guru and learn first. It is clearly Namah Shivaya. He says Namaha Shivaya. He is struggling hard. Namaha Shivaya. Namaha, because the gap is coming. If you want to pronounce Ha completely, gap is coming. It's like a jerking. Why don't you say clearly Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya? How easy it becomes. No. He wants to show that he is educated man, he is pronouncing correctly and using the Visarga and try. This EDSE is what I am telling. There was a Vaidika Prayoga. When we were chanting in ashrama, there was a compared to normal grammar rule, it was a different rule, it was a wrong. Compared to our grammar rule, there was something wrong. It is a Vaidika Prayoga. Some of the Vedic usages follow certain different rules. So, it's a Veda mantras we were chanting every day. I think it went on maybe 8 months or 1 year is over. One Brahmachari suddenly, he changed it. Then we all got angry. I said, how hell you can change all these things? What do you think? You think like Vedic Rishi that you interfere in Veda mantras? He told, isme galat hai. And he was a North Indian. Gujarati. He said, isme galti hai. I said, how do you know? You fool, what your knowledge is little and you want to correct the Veda mantras? Then he understood. Oh, then we argued with him. While in the temple, he just said, don't do that with him. Later we argued with him. Oh, then yes, has corrected. Now he already got a habit. Now for another 4 days, he does the same mistake. 4 days we shouted at him. Then he stopped it. Without learning, you keep on interfering. Consult that. But should we say like this? But it is like this. This is what is missing in most of the 99% of the modern fellows. When you find something unusual, ask the scholars. Ask the people, those who are more learned than you. But this is supposed to be like this. Can we pronounce this or this? Or but it looks wrong. Then they will tell you there is a special rule. Your grammar knowledge of your grammar is very little. Just with the little knowledge, you keep correcting Veda mantras. So this is the foolishness. You ask them. If they say, yes, we all know this much alone, there is no reason for it, then we can decide that it is a mistake. You tell them, is it not a mistake going against grammar? Then you understand, yes, it is a mistake. Then other people say, yes, it is a mistake. Then you have a right to correct it. Otherwise, you just correct like that. So therefore, you see them in the YouTube also, you try if you want to check it. The fellow is struggling hard. Namaha Shivaya, Namaha Shivaya. As if the Namaha is hitting your ears. Namaha. Why are you hitting your ears? Namah Shivaya. How the pronunciation is smooth and very pleasant to hear. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Because the grammatical rule, we have done a lot of shastras. It goes according to our phonetics, Shiksha, Shastra, Vedanga. So many shastras are there. For thousands of years we have been doing it. Thousands of years and lakhs of people. If it were mistake, it would have come to the attention of somebody and it would have been corrected long before, centuries before. And this fellow thinks that the whole tradition of more than 3,000 years is wrong and he wants to correct it. Now tell me, what should you call these idiots, modern educated fellows? This is the idiocy. There might be mistakes. Okay, if you get a doubt, it is good. You are intelligent that you got a doubt, but ask them, verify, bring it to their attention. If the reason is there, they tell there is a special rule, according to that it changes. Without their word, you change it and then start teaching others. Because it is wrong. How much grammar you know? And you start correcting. This is what the foolishness of these people. They know a little bit and start finding fault with Veda. This fellow studies English medium and starts finding fault with Sanskrit. Because I am educated. I think Sanskrit is a part of an English language or in England. You study English and start correcting Sanskrit. I am criticizing not out of this thing. I have faced a number of people, not one, more than one people. They have been talking like this. They have been behaving. I have to shout at them. Then they keep quiet. They just go ahead and then argue. This is corrected. I have to shout at them. Therefore, I have to say, this is the foolishness, how much time they waste. We never found like that. We only asked for everything.
Even today in many houses, Namah Shivaya, calling bell like that only.
That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm telling all these idiots to do, all whatever they like it. It is a pronunciation strain. See, purpose of the mantra is that for pronunciation it should be strainless, because they have watched it. According to Shiksha Shastra, the phonetics, they have seen the different combination. When one letter comes after a particular letter comes after another letter, how the tongue automatically changes. How tongue feels comfortable in pronouncing it. Based upon that phonetics, these grammatical rules are made. Therefore, in Veda mantras also, Namah Shivaya, how smooth it is to pronounce. Your tongue don't feel the strain. For listener also, if you say Namah Shivaya, as if you are hitting on your ears, isn't Namah Shivaya? Do you feel that it is hitting on your ears? The listener's ear,
Namah Shivaya.
Namah Shivaya. It is hitting as if you are. It is a Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. See how smooth it is. The very hearing brings about a peace in your mind. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. The very hearing relaxes your mind. All these things they have seen, and this sort of thing, where is the problem? Everything we want to discover. We don't follow any tradition. We will rebel against it. Everything we do our thing, experiment and start newly, which nobody has done, we will do differently. If they have done Namah Shivaya, we will do Namah Shivaya, because different. To be different is great. You can do different, but the different should be better than earlier. If it is worse than earlier, how can you call it? How can you say it is experimental? But we also can experiment, as if we are not able to. Are we not able? We also can do. We also can do a lot of changes like this. Not that we are unable and you alone. Is Hinduism and Islam that no, you should not pronounce it? It is not Islam and Christianity that you should not go against. You should be different. You should not say anything differently. We have got plenty of chances. We have freedom. But if you can change, the change if you imagine is a better than it, then you can go for it. We have a freedom, we also could have changed it. But we didn't change because we understood, we asked the people, we found that there are better rules, more rules, which explain to you there are different reasons. And this fellow says, I have discovered. See, everything we want to be different. This thought of difference is spoiling all these things. Okay. So here, Namah Shivaya, just Namah Shivaya I gave you example. So here, Rishayah Shamyanti or Rishayah Shamyanti. If you slowly break it, Rishayah Shamyanti, you can say. Or you go fast, Rishayah Shamyanti, it becomes fast. Okay, next.
Monkeys run. Kapayo dhavanti.
Correct.
Kapaya
Dhavanti. So Kapayaha is Bahuvachana. So Dhavanti is running. Dhav came, see. He is using the previous words so that he will not forget them. Dhav. What is that? Gati. No, Gati. Dhav is running. Yeah. Running it is. Gati. Idappa. Dhavu. Shaucha Karmani. Gati. Shaucha Karmani cha something ide. I forgot. Dhava. Dhava is here. What did I say? Dhavu. Gati Shuddhyoha, correct. Gati Shuddhyoha. Okay, so Dhavanti Bahuvachana. Next. Monkeys run. Monkeys, do they run? They jump more often than running. For running, horses run. Dog runs. Deers run but also jump. Run and also jump. And what is this thing he is telling? Monkeys run, let it. Monkeys more than running, they jump. Anyway, we are not going by meaning, we are going by practice of the words. Okay, next.
A poet describes. Kavir Varnayati.
Correct. Kavihi Varnayati it is. So you made the Visarga into Repa because the previous E and then Va. Va is soft consonant. So Kavir Varnayati. Okay, correct.
Kings lead. Nrupayo Nayanti.
Nrupayo Nayanti, correct. See here, 2 is there. We have learnt one word, Nrupa. Okay. Nayanti. No, lead, is it lead? Lead Nayanti. Okay. Then we have learnt one more word you skipped here. In this chapter, we learnt the Ikaranta Shabda, Nrupatihi. I reminded you, 2 words are there. Otherwise, you will miss the practice. Nrupati is one, Nrupa is one. Now you use the 2. What is the plural of Nrupa? Just now you have stated. Nrupayaha. Sorry. Nrupatayaha you told? Nrupayaha. Nrupayaha illa is wrong. Nrupayaha padane illa in Sanskrit. It is totally wrong. So, Nrupa, if Nrupa is a Akaranta, Rama Shabda. Nrupaha, Nrupau, Nrupaha. You have to say Nrupaha Nayanti. Then if you use Nrupati, you have to say Nrupatayaha. Nrupayaha, such a word we have not studied and it is not there in Sanskrit. Isn't it? If you use Ti, Nrupatayaha. Okay. So Nrupaha. After writing this word, after using the, so 2 you can use it. Repeat once. Nrupaha Nayanti. Nrupatayaha Nayanti. Nayanti. So Nrupatayaha Nayanti, a jerk comes. Therefore Sandhi rule makes it comfortable. So if it is Nrupatayaha Nayanti, this Visarga changes to that first rule. Visarga preceded by A and followed by soft. So it becomes U, U changes to O. So this is Nrupatayo Nayanti. Pronunciation becomes smooth, isn't it? Sandhi makes utterance comfortable because the phonetics laws are involved. The tongue naturally goes to Nrupatayo Nayanti. It becomes easy. Nrupatayaha, there is a what you call breath. The breath gives a strain. Nrupatayo Nayanti. Okay. Now, if you use this word, Nrupaha Nayanti, see here, Visarga gives a jerk again. You drop the Visarga according to the rule, second rule. Nrupanayanti. Nrupanayanti. It becomes smooth and easy to pronounce. Nrupanayanti, Nrupatayo, Nayanti, 2 form. But Nrupayaha is not there.
Okay.
That's right. Okay. See, since we are directly learning, your mistake you have done, I can correct it. But those who are listening to this thing, suppose if they make some another mistake which I am not able to imagine, if they make some other mistake, there is nobody to correct. See, Nrupayaha is not there. Either Nrupaha or Nrupatayaha. Okay. Next.
The two fires become cooled. Agni Shamyata.
Because two fires is a Dvivachana. Here one more thing you can use. We have learnt one more word in the first chapter. No, I think in the previous one, Akaranta. Analaha. Analaha, Analau, Analaha. If you use Anala Shabda, what happens?
Analau.
Two allave. Analau Shamyataha. Analau Shamyataha. Atava? Anala eke.
Agni.
Sentence apart, we are not going to practice. First do the sentence. What is the one? Two fires become coal. So, Analau Shamyataha Atava Agni Shamyataha. ಈಗ other practice is your own extra. I am telling you are using only Agni word. We have learnt two words for fire. If you use only one word, you will forget other word. Keep using once in a while at least. Once in a while. Analau Shamyataha Agni Shamyataha. So you both the learns, because Anala Shabdas Dvivachana you have to learn. Agni Shabdas Dvivachana you have to learn. If there is any chance for Sandhi, you have to use them. But there is no chance for Sandhi directly. Agni Shamyataha, Analau Shamyataha. Okay, next.
Disease afflicts.
Disease afflicts.
Vyadhihi pidayati.
Correct. Vyadhihi pidayati.
Vyadhihi tudati.
Tudati alla. Tudati bere. Tudati is a kind of a chuchuvadu. Idu afflicts is pidayate is better.
Ascetics do not desire. Yatayo na sprhanti.
ಏನು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೆ ನೀವು?
ಯತಯೋ ನ ಸ್ಪೃಹಂತಿ.
ಸ್ಪೃಹಧಾತು ಇಸ್ ಎ ದಶಮಗಣ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಪೃಹಯಂತಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಪೃಹ ಇಸ್ ಎ ದಶಮಗಣ. ಸ್ಪೃಹಯಂತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಪೃಹ ಇಪ್ಸಾಯಾಮ್ ದಶಮಗಣ. ಅದು ಸ್ಪೃ ಪೆನಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್. ರು ಇದೆ. There is a chance for guna. It is an exception. Even he has not mentioned. Bhandarkar also has not mentioned. It is an exception. Therefore, ru doesn't change. Otherwise, it should become sparha. It doesn't become. Because ru is a chance for guna. In Dashamagana dhatus, two rules are there. Vruddhi and guna. So, vruddhi either final vowel or penultimate a. That much is there, it will take vruddhi. Or, if the penultimate ik is there, penultimate ik, other than a, ik, e urulu, there guna takes guna adesha. But here ru should have taken guna adesha. It is because it is a 10th gana dhatu, dashama gana dhatu. But it comes under exception. Adanta is some special rule. According to Panini, when we learn Panini, I'll tell you. So because of Adanta, that guna desha is cancelled. Therefore it becomes spruhayanti, spruhayati. So this you note down. Spruha, though there is a chance for guna, is a 10th conjugation. Though there is a chance for guna desha, it is an exception that is overruled. Guna desha is overruled. Guna desha is overruled in this one case. Therefore, spruhayati alone is right. Now you tell ascetics means bahuvachana. Yatayaha. What did you say?
Yatayaha na spruhayanti.
The correction ಮಾಡಿದೀಯಾ?
ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಯತಯೋ ನ ಸ್ಪೃಹಯಂತಿ.
ಸ್ಪೃಹಯಂತಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀಯಾ? ಓಕೆ. ಯತಯೋ ಸಂಧಿ. Sandhi is not a correction. Sandhi is an additional thing. So spruhayo, no, yatayo na spruhayanti. Correct. Yatis don't desire. Okay.
The sword falls. Asihi atati.
Correct. here think we should tell right now, or okay, do it later only, we'll tell.
Continue. The two enemies conquer. Ari Jayataha.
Ari Jayatah, two enemies is Ari. Okay.
Hari becomes angry. Harihi Kupyati.
Oh, becomes angry. Hari gets angry should have been there. Anyway, becomes angry. Okay. Hari becomes angry means Harihi Kupyati. Okay. Sandhi chance?
Samji, no, it's a hard consonant.
Hard consonant, therefore no change. In hard consonant, anyway, I'll tell you. Hard consonants entirely for three. Only three sandhis. Just as in soft consonant and vowel three. One is we have done sha, sha, sa. Sha, sha, sa. Another rule is visarga followed by cha, 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 ta, tha, and ta, tha. Visarga followed by cha, cha, ta, tha, ta, and cha or cha. This is option I am giving. So what happened? This changes definitely to sha. This changes to sha. This changes to sa. Only difference is, in earlier case, when visarga followed by sha, sha, sa, there visarga changing to that following consonant was optional. Optional means two forms are possible. Visarga may change or may remain visarga alone. But here in case of this, cha, cha, ta, tha, definitely it changes. Compulsorily, there is no chance. Therefore, Ramascha, Krishnascha, have you ever seen? Ramaha plus cha. Ramaha, visarga changes to sha. Ramascha, Krishnascha, Lakshmanascha, more often. So, cha, whenever cha comes, sha comes. Visarga immediately changes to sha. Here also, Ramaha tikate, Ramash tikate. Then Ramaha tatha. Then Ramas tatha, like this. Ramas tatha. So when tha is there, visarga changes to sa. One rule is about sha, sha, sa. Another is cha, cha, ta, tha, ta, tha. Change is same. Only in case of these, the change is compulsory. In case of sha, sha, sa, it is optional. Now the remaining is, out of consonants, remaining is only ka, kha. Ka, kha and pa, pha. Okay. When visarga followed by ka, kha, pa, pha, there is no change. Visarga remains just visarga. Ramaha, what is that? Ka has come?
Swamiji. Here, ku. Harihi Kupyati.
Harihi Kupyati. Harihi Kupyati, that's all. But in Vaidika Prayoga, Vaidika, not only Vaidika, even general also, when it is followed by ka, visarga is pronounced as a half. This half visarga pronounced is marked like this. It is called Ardha Visarga Jihva Mula, and then some technical name is there. We will learn later. Panini's grammar we will learn. But this much we can say now. You see, Harihi Kupyati, when you say Harihi, Purti Visarga, we are pronouncing it complete. But here there is a chance. But here Bhandarkar has not covered. Harih Kupyati. Harih. The Visarga should be half. Immediately it is taken over by ka. Harih Kupyati. Ramah Patati. Say Ramah Patati. Ramaha Patati is one thing. Ramah Patati. Say
Ramah Patati.
Ramah Karoti.
Ramah Karoti.
Harih Kupyati.
Harih Kupyati.
Like that. Visarga will be half. Ardha Visarga Sadrishaha. Immediately ka comes and joins. Harih Kupyati. Ramah Karoti. Ramah Patati. Harih Patati. Harih Patati. Harih Patati, like Ardha Visarga Sad. This is there. In Vaidika rule, these are all definitely they do it. But here, while pronouncing, you can say that. And you see them, your tongue naturally goes that way. The tongue naturally does it. Therefore, they watched this thing and they made this rule, phonetics rule, they made like that. Another thing is, ಪುರುಷ ಸೂಕ್ತ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ, ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತಃ ಸಮಿಧ ಕೃತಾಃ ಅದು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ಹೇಳಿ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳು.
ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತ ಸಮಿಧ ಕೃತಾ.
ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನಿನಗೆ ವೇದ?
ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಪುರೋಹಿತನ.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಭಯಂಕರ ತಪ್ಪಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತ ಸಮಿಧಕೃತಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪ್ತ ಇಸ್ ಎ ನಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಪದ, ವಿಸರ್ಗ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವೆನ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ವಿಸರ್ಗ, ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತಸ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಸ ಯು ಆರ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್. ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಇಫ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವಿಸರ್ಗ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅ ವಿಸರ್ಗ ಸಂಧಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಸ. ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತಸ್ ಸಮಿಧಕೃತ. ವೈ ಡು ಯು ಮೇಕ್ ದಟ್? ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಡೂ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ರಾಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವಿಸರ್ಗ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸ್ವ್ಯಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ವಿಸರ್ಗ. ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಸಕಾರ, ನಾಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಯು ಮೇಕ್ ಅನದರ್ ಸಕಾರ ಹಿಯರ್. ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತ ಸಮಿಧಕೃತಾ. ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತ ಸಮಿಧಕೃತ ಅಲ್ಲ, ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತ. ಇದು ದಿಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅನದರ್ ಸ. ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತ ಸಮಿಧಕೃತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತ ಸಮಿಧ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೋ ಸಂಧಿ, ನೋ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್, ನಥಿಂಗ್. ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತ ಸಮಿಧಕೃತಾ, ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ. ತ್ರಿಸಪ್ತ ಸಮಿಧಕೃತ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೈ ಡು ಯು ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಸ? ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ? ಸಪ್ತ ಈಸ್ ಎ ನಕಾರಾಂತ ಶಬ್ದ. ಸಪ್ತನ್, ಸಪ್ತ ಸಪ್ತ. ಸಪ್ತ ಈಸ್ ಅ ವರ್ಡ್ ಸಪ್ತ. ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ನಾ ಫಾರ್ ಇಟ್, ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ವಿಸರ್ಗ ಫಾರ್ ಇಟ್. ನಾ ಈಸ್ ಎ ನಕಾರಾಂತ ಪದ. ಇದು ಸಪ್ತನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ನಕಾರಾಂತ ಪದ. ವಿಸರ್ಗ ವೋಂಟ್ ಕಮ್, ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಸಪ್ತ ಸಪ್ತ, ಸಪ್ತಭಿಃ ಸಪ್ತಭಿಃ, ಸಪ್ತಭಿಃ ಸಪ್ತಭ್ಯಃ ಸಪ್ತಭ್ಯಃ, ಸಪ್ತಾನಾಂ ಸಪ್ತಸು. ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ವಿಸರ್ಗ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಇನ್ನು ಪ್ರಥಮ ದ್ವಿತೀಯ ವಿಸರ್ಗ ಇರುವುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಸೇ ಸಪ್ತಸ್ ಸಮಿಧ? Not only you have seen, many people do like that. Illi visarga. Three is a visarga. Three must be there. Trihi visarga. Tris sapta samidhakrataah, like that. Trihi sapta. 7 trihi. 7 3 times. 21 samidah. Tris sapta samidhakrataah, like that. So trisapta. So like this, all sandhis, they do anything. So visarga followed by sha sha sa, change to sha sha sa, optionally. Cha followed by cha cha ta 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 ta, changes to sha sha sa. Visarga followed by kakha, changes half, light visarga. Enu hari kupyati, like that. Harihi kupyati andre ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ strain ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Hari kupyati becomes a little more comfortable. Harif patati. Patati is not using it. He uses patati word much later. Pata is reading. He should have used early. Anyway, we start using it. Ramah patati, Harif patati, like that. Dhurjatif patati. Okay, next. Finish it or finish it or tomorrow. Oh, time. Okay, head.
The hand sprinkles. Panihi sinchati.
Panihi sinchati. Illi visargaki a double sa ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. You can do it. So here, hasta if you use, because we have learned 2 words. One is hasta, another is pani. Hasta is akaranta pada, pani is ikaranta pada. You use the other word. Hastas sinchati, panis sinchati. Both are. Hastaha sinchati athava panihi sinchati. Single hand allave, sprinkles. Hastaha sinchati, hastas sinchati. Panihi sinchati, panis sinchati. See, panis sinchati easy ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Panihi sinchati, the ha gives a strain. Hastaha sinchati, hastas sinchati. Okay, next. The mountain.
The mountain stands.
This rule comes here.
Giris tishtati.
Girihi tishtati.
Girihi tishtati. Giris tishtati.
Girihi ti. So here, whatever is there, following is ta, then it changes to sa. Girihi tishtati, giris tishtati, like that. Okay. So next there is no. homework because I have to teach again next lesson. In the next lesson, we learn the Dvitiya Vibhakti and some vocabulary. Verbs will be hereafter, verbs will be less and less. One or two, he adds. But more nouns and one or two verbs. Not too many verbs, just one or two. So, nouns and also Dvitiya Vibhakti we have to learn. Then what is Dvitiya Vibhakti? Its usage, and if there are any few more grammar rules, that also we shall tell tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om Tat Sat. Now the next chapter he uses Dvitiya Vibhakti. Then the third chapter he uses Tritiya Vibhakti. So in this up to 9 or 10, he covers all Vibhaktis. Once you learn the Vibhaktis, then you get a grip over some language. How? Because all 7 Vibhaktis come, then you can express any idea. All 7 Vibhaktis come, any idea can be easily expressed. Okay.